You've made merchandise.
I am not.
Train?
I don't preach what you preach.
Have
right?
you? Oh, so it's okay. So when you make merchandise made in fucking like Bangladesh or whatever, and you take the tidy profit off the tippy top with like some exploited Indonesian child factory laborer that you're drop shipping onto your fucking audience, then that's acceptable because hey, you never said you were a socialist. How about let's talk about your ethics a little bit for a little bit? Because considering from where I'm standing, I practice what I fucking preach. You are trying to poke holes in that. You think the moderator angle is an adequate one, so you're going to keep trying to fucking put that down. Go ahead. Tell us about how you make merch. Tell us about how much money you get paid from crypto gambling sponsorships. I started my first day streaming was 2018, I think March. I did not know who you were back then. I had no idea who you were.
That's what I'm saying. So when I started,
why would I have talked about you? I don't know who you are. I didn't know anything about Twitch.
Gordon Ramsay went on from I started the
reaction on this issue. There's no supporting evidence of Train's point, and a little bit of supporting of Hasan's counterpoints. That he's a little bit, brother. Saying, yo, guys, I'm kind of a React Andy, it's not a big stance, okay?
Well, that's not what I showed. I showed you consistently a long, verifiable, documented history of, like, being an advocate for abolishing IP, showing you consistently that I have abolished my own IP restrictions in my own community with the own content that I personally create, shown you that, like, other people have criticized me for reacting to shit, showed you that I even got DMCA'd with a false DMCA claim for reacting to Gordon Ramsay, showed you a Twitter thread where I actually defended TrainWrecks being the original MasterChef React Andy.
That was years after. That was the year you guys began watching it. You understand?
So
okay.
I haven't switching you guys.
Let's agree to disagree and we can move on.
Wait, what? No,
you can't do that. You can't do that. I'm trying to.
Why can I not do that?
I believe that buying designer clothes is socialism. Why? Because people that are rich are dumb as fuck and they should be scammed. And I partake in self-scamming and buying.
I do agree that we are dumb as fuck.
It goes back into the economy.
I do agree that we're
into the economy.
I do agree that we're dumb as fuck, and I do agree that we make dumb purchases. I don't think that is.
And it creates a wedge between you two because then he sees you as Hasan Ox's whole vibe, right? Because if Hasan said something you didn't agree with him, you probably correct him. So since you don't correct him, he feels like you agree with him. That's how he feels.
Again, but I also don't. I don't agree with one. I have once again. I'm going to repeat myself here. I have no control over HasanAbi, and you're asking me to check him on behalf of yourself in this situation. If it was something that was like for example, if HasanAbi tried to implicate you in the cover-up of a sexual assault or something like that, and I knew for a fact that you had nothing to do with that, I would immediately hit up HasanAbi and be like, that's not something you should do. I think that is unacceptable. I don't think that you agree with this. Or even if he did agree with it, I would ask him why, and I would probably try to correct the record. Okay? That's one thing I would do in that circumstance.
Credibility is very odd to me. That's the issue. That's why it was brought up.
Wait.
The intention of why you did that, right? A lot of people in your community and yourself use it as like I did this, I'm consistent with what I do, blah, 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 right? But I would argue based on, right, it being crowdfunded compared to the part of what you matched relative to what you make and relative to what you made during the streams of doing the charity, that's the part that's questionable. But the effect of the charity is a net positive no matter how you look at it.
Okay, let me just describe something real quick. So first and foremost, dude, for someone who says you hate Reddit, you sound a lot like Redditors, like especially when you're saying this.
I mean, Reddit.
This is the most Reddit ass, like cynical ass fucking take I could have ever seen in my entire life.
It's not cynical when the intention is being misrepresented.
The intent, possibly Miskiff himself engaged in, like it lent itself to so much. It lent itself to so much confusion in that situation that it was, I think, reasonable for someone like myself to read that, given the context, given how, at the time people were railing against gambling, Miskiff included, that it seemed like you were retaliating with vague accusations that were criminal. And you said blackmail was involved as well. I don't know if there was any proof ever shown of that as well. Not making any assertions on that beyond this, but I think that my Like, I'm not even excusing Miskiff or anyway. We've talked about it endlessly, but at least I think my interpretation on that was relatively charitable. However, your privately recorded phone conversations and your elation at the fact that a sexual assault victim bringing my name up in that confused things that he didn't even personally believe in, specifically for trolling or whatnot. But I did think. Are you there?
Are you leaving?
So yeah, that's what I was wondering if that is.
I was
something that's
juicing
gonna
up while
happen.
sitting here.
The wrong order, you dipshit fuck.
Let me guess. I forgot your sauce.
Guys, you will never convince me or skew me on my basis of Philosophy 101. Okay, I know all the squatty from philosophy, okay? And yeah, I know all of them. I know Plato, Socrates, Descartes, Nietzsche, Marx, motherfucker. I know all the squad. At Plato, yep. I know all of them. These guys don't know. They have to Google it. I don't have to Google. I don't have to Google.